So you just take a full body stretch here. So we're gonna reach the hands behind our heads and maybe point the toes. You just take a breath in, stretch out. It's like you're waking up, almost you can arch your back off the floor a little bit there. And then on the exhale, we're gonna press the lower back down into the floor and just brace, so pull your belly into your spine. And again, inhale, we can just maybe do a bit of a cat or cow. So you're lifting your lower back off the floor, kind of so stretching your fingers away from the toes, maybe you point your toes, and then exhale, let's try and press your lower back down into the floor. You might even want to flex the feet there. And just keep the arms just out behind you. So we'll do 2 more of these. So inhale, maybe pointing the toes, maybe expanding your belly or lifting the chest a little bit, keeping the shoulders down. And then exhale, let's press your back into the floor, pull your belly to your spine and flex the feet, maybe push the heels into the floor too. And then 1 more of these. Inhale, point the toes, stretch. And then exhale as you push the heels down. So we're going to roll it anyway. So if you prefer to roll onto the side to come to sit, otherwise we're going to take a sit up. So you just take a breath in here. On the exhale, then let's reach the hands up towards the ceiling, tuck the chin in, press your back down into the floor and slowly peel yourself up to sit. Otherwise any way to come up. When you get to the top, then we're just going to sit nice and upright. So whether you want to sit on a pillow or a block, and you're going to step the right foot out to the side a little and bring the left foot inside the right leg. Just close the knee there, support the knee if we need to with a block or a pillow. And you're going to make sure we're sat upright. So turning to face the right leg. Let's inhale, lift the chest. So find some length, so ground down into your sit bones. And then exhale, we're just going to start to really slowly fold over the right leg. We're going to do 4 little waves here. So you're going to inhale, lift and lengthen again. Maybe creep a bit further down the leg as we breathe out and fold towards it. So just nice and slow, so not overstretching. So 2 more. Inhale, lift your body a little away from the leg. And then exhale as we fold, flexing the foot. If it's too much as well, we can always soften the knee. Last one then, inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, let's fold towards the right leg. And we're just going to stay here. So whether you want to let the head hang or use a pillow or a bolster or a block to support the head. If your kind of chest is all the way on top of the right leg, you might want to either go a bit wider with the right leg or drop inside the right leg as well. So if that's stopping the stretch, feel free to adjust yourself. So try and relax the shoulders away from the ears. And then just come back to your slow breathing again. So just noticing what you're feeling here. So we're aiming to stretch maybe the right inner thigh or hamstrings, maybe the left hip or left side back, the spine. Okay, and then we're either going to stay here a little bit longer if you want more calming and deep stretching. Just hold here, otherwise we're going to lift our hips and back bend a little and move. So if you fancy, we're going to inhale, lift ourselves back up. If you've got a block underneath the knee, just move to the side. The left hand's going to come behind us. We're going to lean onto the left knee and turn the right big toe side of the foot down. You're going to circle the right hand overhead, lifting the hips up there. Otherwise, just stay in that stretch for a bit longer. We're going to lift in and out of these 4 times, but if you want to stay with it, just hold still. So as exhale, let's lower the hip down. We're going to come back into that last stretch. So you can circle the right arm around, so depending on how far we're folding, left arm maybe can come across the right leg. And then on the inhale, left hand can come behind us, right hand swoop back overhead and lift the hips. So just moving in and out of the last 2 stretches. So let's do another 2 of these. Exhale as you lower your hips down. Let's cartwheel the right hand around and then left hand around the right leg. And then inhale, let's bring the left hand behind your back and let's lift our hips back up, right hand overhead there, inhale. Exhale, let's lower the hips back down. We'll do 1 more. Cartwheel the hands around, fold towards the right leg. And then inhale as we lift our hips and reach the right hand behind you. On the exhale then, we're going to slowly lower the hips back down. So we're going to come into another fold, so a wide leg stretch. Or we'll do the other side first before we do the wide leg stretch. And then just coming back so you're nice and upright and inhale. So straighten out the left leg, just go to the similar angle to the right leg. and then we'll bend the right knee this time and step the right foot in. Just adjust your seat, maybe you might want to sit on something again on this side, or support the knee, so just get yourself ready. So we're going to twist to face the left leg, so inhale, lift the chest, try and find length, so push down and lift, exhale, fold towards the left leg there. So just start easy and then build, go deeper in time. Inhale, lift away from the leg, and then exhale, let's see if we can bring ourselves in maybe a little bit closer. Flexing the foot, engaging your thigh. So 2 more, inhale as we lift and lengthen. Exhale as we start to fold a little bit closer. And then final one then for the hold, inhale, lift. And then exhale, we're just going to stay with the stretch. And just notice then what's going on this side, so where you're feeling the most sensation. So we don't want to be feeling straining in the right knee, right or hip maybe. So we'll just support the knee or adjust that leg, maybe close the knee a bit more if it's not fully flexed. And the left leg, we don't want to be feeling strain and underneath like hamstrings, or so it's too intense, always soften, then you'll lift your body away from the leg as well. So just relaxing, just finding areas you can release that don't need to be working, so maybe your shoulders, your neck, maybe you're kind of frowning, so the forehead can relax. Your eyes, you might want to close your eyes. And then like last time, if you'd rather stay with the fold and hold a bit longer, then feel free to just stay here if you'd rather not do the hip extensions. Otherwise, we're going to bring the right hand behind us this time. So we're going to take our time to lift ourselves up. So you can just move the block out of the way if you used it. Right hand behind you, right knee's going to lean onto that right hip a little bit. Right knee's going to come down. You're going to spin the left big toe side of the foot to the floor, and then lift our hips and almost arch your spine. Left hand can reach overhead there. Really lift out of the right shoulder. Exhale as we lower our hips back down, and then either just sit down, or if you want to come back to that last stretch, maybe kind of cartwheel in the hands, so right hand can reach across the left leg. So 3 more, I think, I'm not sure if we did 4 last time actually. So it's push into the right hand, let's lift the hips. So inhale, and then exhale as you come back into that last stretch. And fold. So let's do a few more of these. Inhale as we push into the hand, knee, foot, lift the hips, arch. And exhale as we lower. So just keep moving in your own breathing pace. I think we've got 2 more. So just do the same amount as you did on the other side. There's 1 more, but if not, just stay sat. I'll do an extra one here. So lifting, arching, reaching, and then we'll be coming back down to sit. So just sitting nice and upright, and then we'll straighten the right leg now as well. So we're coming into a wide leg fold. So if you want to, you can go a bit wider and maybe find a bit more for the inner thighs. You can flex the feet. You can pick your hips up again and tip your pelvis. So if we're kind of leaning back there, it's quite tough. So you're not maybe feeling so much of a stretch, maybe more in the abdominals. So you can lift the hips onto something again. And then we can either rock side to side or just lift the chest and just start to creep more and more forward, and just take your time. If you're getting a stretch upright, don't worry too much about folding there. So you can even use your hands to help bring you forward. Another option would be to bend the knees as well. If it feels too intense in the inner knee, we can just bend the knees there, and then that may allow us to fold a bit further. So later on, we got a bit more of a deeper stretch in this position. So just notice where we are here, so that we know whether to do the later on option or not to go for that one. So drawing the shoulders away, and just slowly take our time. So inhaling, feeling that lift slightly, and then exhale, feeling your body melting or falling further, or just try and release a little bit more tension there. And then we just slowly take our time to press down and lift back up. And then maybe holding onto the knees or legs, and just bring the legs out in front of us. So we're going to be turning to the right, away from the camera, because we'll be spinning all the way around. So we've got a lot of spinning around today. So hopefully this way, we turn this way first, we're not going to be facing the wrong way. So if you've got your camera this side, well, it doesn't, everyone's going to be in different positions, aren't they? So we'll see what happens. So we'll straighten out the right leg anyway, flex the foot, step your left foot over the top of the right leg. We're going to lean onto the right hip, so just bringing the right hand behind you and just roll over so you're on that side. Easier, you can bend this right knee, otherwise you can just keep the right leg straight. Then we're going to do what we kind of did in those last positions where we lifted the hips. So we're going to push the floor away with the right hand, the left foot, right little toe side of the foot. We're going to start to lift the hips and cartwheel the hands and hit the tree overhead. And then exhale, we're going to start to sink the left hand down and hips down. You may get a nice stretch in that underneath side as you lower as well. So we're just going to do 4 of these. So as inhale, as we lift the hips, reach it overhead with the left hand, really lift that underneath hip up. And push the floor over the hand, the foot, and then exhale as we sink back down again. So a couple more then. Inhale as we lift, reaching the hand over, or cartwheeling it overhead, just see how that left side feels too, that top arm. And then exhale as we lower. And then last one, then push down, inhale and drive up. Let's see if we can keep on holding. So we'll be coming to a wide leg forward bend from here. So we're going to step the left foot to where the right hand is. And we're going to spin around so we're facing the right way again. But then, so the left foot's going to step forward and we're going to start to walk ourselves round. So we're facing the front side of the mat there. Adjust the feet when you get there so that your heels are in line with each other, rather than having the feet quite staggered. You may want to come a bit higher up onto a block and away from the legs, a little bit easier than folding right the way in. You may start to slowly fold in. We've done the wide leg fold seated, so hopefully we're a bit open here. It may feel a bit more intense. So we can bring ourselves more through the legs maybe. So instead of leaning into the heels, just check the weight through the feet. So maybe bring yourself a little bit more forward. Engage in your thighs. Releasing your head, your neck, you can give it a shake. Widening through the sit bones. Just taking some deep breaths, just enjoying the stretch. Feel free to soften the knees as well. Okay, and then from there then we're going to soften the knees and inhale. We're going to roll up to stand. So on the exhale, push down into the feet. You're going to roll up to a wide leg standing position. So nice and slowly, focus on stacking your spine and coming nice and upright. And then when you get to the top, just drop your shoulders back and head up last. So as inhale, reach the hands out to the sides. So we're moving into warrior 2. And let's turn the right foot to the side of the mat, or front of the mat. And then the left foot inwards a little. On the exhale, we're going to start to bend the right knee. Now, if the knee's starting to go way past the ankle, just shuffle the left foot further back and split the feet a bit more. So your body's nice and upright. And then we're going to start to reach forward with the right hand. So you can keep opening that right knee. Just see how that right inner thigh feels. Keep reaching with the right arm. Right elbow can drop onto the knee, and then the left arm now can circle overhead. Similar actions to what we've been doing earlier. And then push into your right foot. We're going to tip back into warrior 2, your body nice and upright. So we'll do another 3 of them. Breathe out, let's reach forwards with the right hand, drop your right elbow onto the knee, and then swoop that left arm over. Just see how that left side feels. So you can keep opening that right knee and keep that left leg strong. Inhale as we tip back up. So left leg engaging, then grounding through the feet. Exhale, reach forwards, right elbow down, left arm can circle overhead. And then inhale as we push down and lift back up into warrior 2. Last one for side angle, then exhale, reach forwards, drop your right elbow onto knee, reach the left hand over, we're going to hold still and exhale. Now if anyone wants a deeper stretch, you're going to start to drop the right hand inside the right leg towards the floor. But if your hips are kind of jetting out behind you or your chest drops, just come back out elbow to knee. You can always use a block in the other hand as well for a bit more height of the knee, if you want to go a little bit lower but the floor's too much. So, or warrior two, otherwise. Keep pushing the hips through. Keep an eye on how you're holding your spine, your shoulders away from the ears. Keep that left arm nice and strong. See what you're feeling in your body. Where's the stretch? What's strengthening? Okay. Another inhale there, waking these legs up. Exhale, now we drop in the left hand back down. We're going to spin for a moment facing the opposite way. It's only a vinyasa roll, so we're facing the opposite, and hopefully we all know the planks and cobras. From there, let's step backwards into downward facing dog and just pedal the legs out. So push one heel down, push the other, push the floor away with the hands. Okay, so let's inhale, lift the hips nice and high. Let's ripple forwards into a press-up position. So an option would be to drop the knees down if we'd rather not be in a full plank, otherwise we'll keep the knees lifted, legs strong. And then lift the hips back up and push backwards into your heels. And keep the knees softening down the whole time if you need to as well. Inhale again, let's lift and roll forward into a plank. So shoulders over the hands there. And then exhale, lift the hips right onto the tiptoes and push backwards into your heels. So do a couple more of these. Inhale, let's roll ourselves forward. So we're in our plank. And exhale, let's lift. Push backwards into the heels. So let's go for one more. Inhale, lift and way forward into your plank. So we're going to lie down for cobra. If you know a cobra at dog, feel free to carry on. Otherwise, we're going to reach your chest or use your knees to help, and then lower ourselves down so we're on our front. From there, we're going to either untuck the toes, go for a hands off ground cobra, so lifting the chest without using the hands for more. Otherwise, you can push down and come deeper if we feel good for that. Our lower backs, trying to keep bringing the shoulders back away and see if we can squeeze the arms to the sides. Pull the chin in as well. Exhale, let's lower ourselves back down. So we're going to repeat for the other side, and then we'll be facing the other way again. So let's lift up into your plank or kneeling plank, inhale, and then exhale, lift the hips into downward facing dog. So I'm going to walk, step or hop to the front. Inhale onto tiptoes, exhale, bend the knees, look forward, walk, step or hop. And then do the legs so we're sat back. So we're going to repeat for the other side. So hopefully we've done it once, so we should kind of know even if we're facing the wrong way. So we're keeping the left leg straight. We're going to step the right foot over the top of the left leg this time, and we're going to lean it away. So the left hand's going to come behind us. We're going to roll onto our left hip, left knee, our left foot's going to turn to the side. From there then we're going to start to lift our hips. We're going to find a place comfortable that we can push into the right foot, little toe side of the left foot, left hand. Inhale, let's reach the right hands overhead as we lift. Remember, knee on the floor makes it easier too if you'd rather be in a kind of 3/4 side plank. And then exhale as we drop our hips back down and reach the right hand back behind us. So 3 more of them, or if you'd rather hold, you can stay still as well. Inhale as we lift the hips, right arm overhead, really lift that underneath side. And then inhale as we sit back or lower ourselves back down. 2 more, exhale, push down, lift up. So you can spread the weight nice through the left hand, lift out that left shoulder, and then slowly lowering back down. And then last one, then let's push the floor away. Inhale, lift. And really lift high, shoulders away from the ears. Keep reaching the right arm overhead. We're going to come into wide leg forward fold from here. So the right foot's going to step where the left hand is. We swivel onto the back tiptoe, and then we're turning the feet all the way to face the long edge of the mat. So anyway, otherwise we're coming into wide leg fold. We'll go for 1 more of these. So let's inhale here. Again, stay high if we need to. Exhale, let's start to fold in and maybe go a little bit deeper than that last time. You can go a bit wider too if you want to with the feet. Otherwise, keep bringing yourself in. So if you feel more open, maybe keep deepening, keep folding. And then just slowly Bring yourself a bit away from the legs, ready to come up to stand again. So wide leg standing position. So bend the knees, inhale. Push into the feet, breathe out, let's unravel ourselves up. And when we get to the top, let's just roll the shoulders back and lift the head up last, inhale. Okay, so let's turn the left foot now to the other way. So left foot to the side of the mat and then right foot inwards. Inhale, let's reach the hands apart and drop the shoulders away from the ears, but being strong with the arms. On the exhale, let's start to bend the left knee, so you can keep opening the left knee there and start to sink that left thigh towards more and more parallel to the floor. Right leg staying strong. Maybe start to lean over the left leg, then left elbow drops onto the knee, and then right arm can circle overhead. And then on the inhale, let's push into your left foot and cartwheel back into warrior two. So let's do another 3 of these. Exhale, let's reach forwards with the left hand, maybe drop the left elbow onto knee, right hand can start to circle over, so you can keep the legs the same there. And then inhale as you push into your left foot and back into warrior two. Okay, last 2, breathe out, let's reach forwards with that left arm, lean our body to the side, drop the left elbow onto knee, and then reach the right hand over, keep bracing. And then inhale as you push into your left foot, back into your warrior two. If you've got loads of leg energy, feel free to split the feet a bit further apart. And then last one, then just go your own pace. We're going to hold this time. Exhale, lean with the forward, lean to the side, sorry. Left elbow onto the left knee, and then right arm stays reaching. Now, are we going to stay here, or we're going to sink a bit deeper for a bigger stretch? So without letting your bum stick out behind you or your chest drop to the floor, we're kind of keeping your body fixed. We're just almost dropping the left hand down inside the leg, maybe coming further. And keeping the shoulders away from the ears, keep reaching that right arm overhead, right shoulder back. Keep almost pushing the knee into the arm into the knee. So without letting the knee sway. Right leg strong there. Okay, once we're ready, so we'll push into your left foot. Inhale, come out of that. And then exhale, then we'll cartwheel round to face the other direction. So just start to walk yourself round over the right foot. Inhale, exhale, step backwards into downward facing dog. And just pedal the legs out there. Okay, so 4 waves like we did before. Inhale, lift and roll forward into your plank. And then exhale, let's lift and push backwards into downward facing dog. So 3 more. Inhale, lift and roll forward into your plank. So really spreading the weight nice in the hands there. Exhale, lift and push backwards into the heels. So 2 more, then we're going to be lying on our backs again. Inhale, lift and roll forward into your plank. Exhale, lift and push back into down dog. Maybe going a bit further back. Try and find more stretch there. And then last one, then inhale, lift and roll forward into plank. So we're going to take a cobra, up dog, back extension of choice. Exhale and tuck the elbows into your sides as we slowly lower down. Either lifting the chest and tuck the toes, hands off ground, or pushing down into the hands for a bigger stretch there. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, let's lower ourselves back down. So a kneel and push up, full push up, inhale, plank, and then exhale backwards into your down dog. So you're going to walk, step, hop to sit. Any way to sit, inhale high onto tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees at full walk, step, hop. And then undo the legs there. So it's inhale, reach the hands in front. And then exhale, just slowly roll onto our backs. And then just give the legs a little shake off. Okay, so we're going to slide the feet back in to where we started. So just bring the soles of the feet together and just let the knees wing out to the side. So diamond shape with the legs. We're either going to hold here or we're going to move into happy baby instead. So if this is a good stretch, don't worry about the next one. Otherwise you can lift the feet, start to reach for the ankles, and we may just stay there or even hug the knees in, but keeping the knees wide. And you might want to pop a strap around the feet or hold the feet otherwise, and take the time to lift the feet upwards so they maybe soles of the feet are pointing to the ceiling, and then see if you can press your tailbone down, your knees down, maybe lengthen your neck there, keep drawing the shoulders down. Hold where it's comfortable, so you're going to hold the curl the toes or reach to the sides of the feet. So it's just checking how the legs, the thighs, inner thighs, glutes feel. Just slowing your breathing. Doing about 10 breaths altogether here. So gradually deepen in, maybe allowing the knees to come down more to the sides. If you need to come back to the diamond shape at any point, come back to diamond shape. Try and release any tension in the forehead, eyes again. And then from there, we're going to, we've done 10 or not, don't worry. We're going to slowly bend the knees and bring the feet back down in the air still. And then just allow the feet to slide out in front. So we're back in Shavasana. Again, just noticing how everything's feeling there. So just reach the hands behind us again and take a full stretch. So fingers away from the toes, like point the toes. Really reach. And on the exhale this time, we're going to press your lower back down into the floor, maybe flex the feet and then just curl up a little bit. So reach towards the feet with the hands, really pull the belly in and engage your abdominals there. And then inhale and start to reach the hands if it's not too much for the shoulders, and rest the shoulders back down and take a stretch and we point the toes. So nice and easy. Exhale again, start to curl up and maybe lift a little bit higher if you're not really feeling it. Maybe push your lower back as well, come into a little bit, shoulders more off the floor, and then lower, inhale, stretch the arms behind you, maybe point the toes. 2 more, exhale as we curl up. And a little dish, really pull your belly in, strong in the legs, and then inhale. And then lastly, we're going to come all the way up again, so exhale as curl, crunch, maybe pause in that little crunch, and then take your time to come all the way up to set. Okay. And then if you've got using a cat as a weight, I'm joking. And then when you come up, we're going to sit nice and upright and maybe put a pillow or something underneath the hips there. And then we'll step the feet, the right foot back out to the side. So we can either bring the left foot in like we did the first time, otherwise we can internally rotate the hip instead and bring the foot the other direction. So if that's too much, you can either keep the left leg straight. Otherwise we're going to roll onto the right hip and then slide the left foot behind us, and then we're going to take our time, make sure it's not too much in the knee or hip, maybe pick ourselves up and then just level ourselves back out or sit as and you can play around how split you go with the legs as well. So the more you split the legs, the more intense inner thigh or hamstring you're going to feel. Otherwise just keep it less, or come back to a previous option. Just try and turn towards the right leg. So twisting our body round. Inhale, let's flex the right leg, strong through foot, strong through the right leg. Lift the chest. Exhale as we start to fold again. Just take your time on these folds. And then inhale, then we're going to lift up a little bit. So wherever you are, exhale, maybe fold in a bit closer. So you can go for a wide leg fold with a twist, otherwise instead. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale as we fold. Or lift a little bit, up to you how far you lift. And then last one, inhale, lift. Try and reach your chest a bit further forward and then breathe out as we stay with the stretch. So wherever you're feeling a stretch, more down the back of the right leg or inner thigh, maybe something going on in this left thigh and hip, maybe not, maybe the back of the body to fold in. So wherever you're getting that stretch there. Okay, and then we'll slowly take our time to lift ourselves up off the leg. If you'd rather hold this one, if we don't want to lift the hips now, then and we'd rather stay there, just stay there a bit longer and get more out of that. Otherwise we're going to get more weight onto this right leg, slide the left leg back in, and then just straighten the left leg out so you're in a wide leg position. The left hand's going to come behind us. We're going to turn both feet to the side, but easier if you have the knee on the floor, so you can always bend the left knee. Otherwise we're going to keep both legs straight. We're going to cartwheel the right hand up so we lift the hips and reach overhead with the right hand there. And then on the exhale, let's sink the hips back down, with turning the toes back up as we sit back down. You can then cartwheel and reach over the right leg with the left hand. So we'll do 3 more of them. Inhale, left hand comes behind us. Let's push the floor away, lift the hips, right hand overhead. And then exhale as we lower the hips back down and swoop ourselves round over the right leg. So again, inhale as we reach the left hand behind us and push down, lift up. Exhale as we lower and cartwheel the hands. So the advanced option for anyone who wants an advanced option, we're going to pick up our left foot on the way with the right hand. So the left hand's going to come behind us. We're going to reach for our foot. We're going to lift, see how this goes with socks, and then try and bring your head through the gap of the arm and leg. So that, otherwise, forget that option. Stick with that last one. When you're ready to come back down, we'll be coming back down. So like compass, kind of arm balance there. So have a go. It's quite tricky, that one. So one more. When you keep going with that, and then when you're done, we're gonna just get ourselves upright and ready to do the other side. That's it. Nice. Okay. So you're gonna lean onto the left leg this time, and remember the options. You can keep the right leg where it is. You can bend the right knee this way. Otherwise, we're going to bring the right foot behind us. You can play around, make sure the knee's okay hip, and you might want to keep the foot tucked in. You can play around with that foot position too. Split the legs more for more bigger stretch. Adjust yourself as much and be as upright or as even as possible. So you can play around with how split you go as well. So inhale, let's lift, twist towards the left leg, and breathe out, start to fold. So let's go for 3 more, just gradually going lower on each one. So inhale, lift a bit, exhale as we fold. You want it active through the legs. So again, inhale, lift, exhale as we fold. So another option would be to keep that right, remember the leg options too. We can, or if we're getting a nice stretch in that right, we might be feeling it there, and we can just stay as well. When you're ready, we just hold whichever position we get in a stretch, say inner thighs, hamstrings. Just check this side may be different, so let's go slow. Okay, and then we're either going to stay put and keep getting more out of the stretch, or we're going to lift the hips. So you're going to bring the right leg back round. So either going for the Y position or use the knee to push up on like the first one. Otherwise the legs are going to stay straight. We're going to turn the feet to the right. Right hand's going to come on the floor behind us. Left hand's going to circle up, lifting the hips there. So inhale, and then exhale, we're going to lower the hips back down. You know, just stay sat, or we can twist towards the left leg again, reaching across with the right hand. So inhale as we circle the hands behind us, push down, lift the hips, left hand overhead, left, and then exhale as we lower and cartwheel. So again, inhale as we cartwheel round, left hand overhead, and exhale as we lower and cartwheel. So last one, the advanced option, if anyone wants to be picking up the right foot with the left hand. Otherwise forget that, we'll just do that last one more time. So you can cartwheel, reach around so you can lift the hips, and then start to bring your head through the gap maybe. That's the one. Okay, nice. And then we're going to lower ourselves back down to set. So we're going to come into a diamond shape with the legs now. So let's bring the feet in towards each other. Again, so we can sit on something if these folds, it's quite tough to fold. Or we can use a wall against our backs maybe. We can start to bring the feet together so you can be more upright, and then just let the knees drop open and see how the legs feel there. Or if you want more fold, maybe bring the feet further in front and then allow yourself to drop lower. So the one we did last time, the wide leg fold, we're going to have a go maybe at tortoise pose. If our chest wasn't towards the floor in that wide leg fold, then maybe just stay with this option, because tortoise, your chest is to the floor, the legs are pushing your chest down, pushing the arms, which is pulling everything into the floor. So it's more intense than the chest to the floor in a wide leg fold. So we're going to stay here otherwise and just enjoy this. If we do want the more intense option, we can lift the right knee, and we want to bring the right shoulder towards the right knee. So bring your hand through and then just hook the arm around. So then we can do the other side. So you can lean onto your right hip, hook the left shoulder, and then the arms are through. We can then start to walk the hands to the side. We don't want to be pressing the legs down into the elbows. So we shouldn't be feeling any pain in the elbows on this. And then we can start to slide the legs in front, and that's going to draw the chest to the floor. You may even point and push the legs down, even lift the feet off the floor there as well. So otherwise, we're just staying with diamonds and just relax. If you've gone for tortoise, to get back out, you need to bend the knees, slide the feet back in, and give you space then to bring the arms out once you get stuck. And then we'll just slowly come back up to set. Okay, and just slowly straighten the legs back out there. So we're going to step the left foot over the top of the right leg again. So right leg staying straight. We're going to lean away, so we've got that full circle coming up. So like we did last time, we're going to start to roll onto your right hip, right knee, right foot turns to the side. We've got the side planks, so you can either keep the left foot where it is, and the right knee can bend, remember, easier option. We're going to have a go at lifting the left leg 4 times. So let's bring the right hand behind us. Let's come up into side plank like we did last time, reaching the left hand overhead. We're going to hold here and lift the left leg. Otherwise, we're going to just not lift the left leg, and any option, any option. So when you're ready, inhale, if you like, lift the left foot up off the floor. So just a little lift, you can just hover the toes, and then exhale, just allow the foot to land. So do 3 more. Inhale, let's lift the left foot, maybe just a little bit, even just lift the left heel. Get less weight in the left foot and then lower. So 2 more. Inhale, left foot's just lifting a little bit off the floor. And then exhale and turn around this way. And then last one, then lifting the left foot up off the floor just a little bit. Hold. If anyone wants a deeper inner thigh stretch, you can either hold the knee and then open the knee upwards, or hold the foot, maybe straighten the leg or lift the leg upwards. Otherwise, hold. Hold. So when you're ready to move on, we're going to be coming into wide leg fold. So left foot's going to step to the right hand, and we're going to spin round again. Spinning around. Okay, so more pressing action coming up now. Okay, so if you want to, you can enjoy the wide leg fold like we did the first round. Otherwise, we're going to have a go at lifting the feet off the floor. So you can either bring the hands on the floor in front and just start to walk, shift your hips or weight more into the toes. Hand position, you might want to turn the hands slightly to the side. Try and spread the weight through the hands. Try and then lift high as you can onto the tiptoes. Start to bring the shoulders hips over the shoulders. You might find a point where the feet start to hover. If not, see if you can have maybe a little hop or really brace and then land the feet back. You'll do 4 of them, otherwise we're staying with the fold. So we're lifting up onto tiptoes, we're trying to bring our hips on top of the shoulders, but really pushing down into the hands. So a lot of pressing action. The feet may lift, may not, don't worry, land. So 2 more, eventually they'll straddle up into handstand from here. Last one, what are we doing? Okay. From there, let's bend the knees, breathe in. Breathe out, let's slowly roll it all the way to stand. So wide leg standing position, and then drop the shoulders and release the arms. So let's turn the left foot to the edge of the mat and the right foot inwards. So like what we did before, we had the warrior two, so inhale, reach the hands out. So warrior two, we had into side angle. We're going to go a little bit deeper this time if we want to, otherwise we're just going to do 4 more warrior two into side angles. So on the exhale, so we'll do the warrior two to side angles one that we did last time, just to remind us. So we're going to reach our left arm as far to the left, drop the left elbow onto knee, and then cartwheel the right arm overhead there. And then push into your left foot, inhale, tip back up into warrior two. So remember those, we can do another few of them. Otherwise, we're going to turn the left foot inwards a little bit. We're going to bring the palms into prayer, and we're going to sit down a bit lower inside that left leg, maybe turning the right toes upwards into a cossack squat. So up to you, that one or the side angle. Push into your left foot, we're going to cartwheel back into warrior two. Ready? So let's push down, turn the right ground, the back foot down, and then cartwheel back out, inhale. How are we doing there? So let's do 2 more of them. Exhale, let's turn the left foot inwards slightly. You may need to be on the tiptoe of that left leg. The right foot maybe spin round, make sure it's not too much anywhere. Push into your left foot, then inhale as you cartwheel back into your warrior two. You just lift the warrior two foot, but the leg position at the top. 1 more of them, or side angle. Exhale as we sit back down. Quite strong in the legs. And then last time then, let's cartwheel back round and up. Warrior two. Inhale then, let's push into your left foot, so straighten the left leg, and we're going to walk over towards the right leg first and step backwards into down dog. So don't worry if we're facing the other way, we'll end up doing the other way, so we're facing the other way at the end. Inhale, lift and roll forward into your plank. And then let's drop the knees maybe to make it easier, otherwise we're going to stay on the toes. We're going to lower halfway into chaturanga. We've got 4 chaturangas. So elbows tucked in, just lower yourself, keep your body like a plank, inhale back into plank. So 3 more presses. Exhale, let's lower. So instead of letting your chest drop first, try and lower everything as one, and then inhale, push up. So you got a straight line from shoulder, elbow to hip. Exhale, let's lower. And inhale, push up. And then last one, exhale, we're going to lower straight into up dog, if you know it. Otherwise, we're going to come into cobra like we practiced. So we can bend up the toes, lifting the chest a little bit, push into the hands maybe to come higher. So inhale, so make sure your lower back's not hurting as well. Come lower if we need to, and then exhale, let's slide back down. So we're going to repeat for the other side. So let's push up into our planks. Inhale, exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift onto tiptoes. Exhale, bend, look for walk, step or hop to sit. And then just bring the legs out in front. Okay, so we're going to lean onto the left hip this time, so don't worry if you're facing the other way, we'll end up the other way. So lean onto the left hip, left foot turns aside, left knee, and we're going to step the right foot over the top. So from there, the left hand's going to come behind us, and we're going to push down into what's in the floor, and start to lift up into that side plank. Remember, left knee can bend if we need to. We've got 4 right foot raises. So let's have a go, maybe inhale, lifting the right foot up off the floor, just a little bit. And then exhale as we land it back down. So again, inhale as we lift, try and keep lifting up that left shoulder too rather than hunching. And then exhale. 2 more, inhale, lift. And exhale. And final one, then inhale, lift. Either stay, you might want to bring the knee to the side, or have a go at holding onto your toe and lifting up into that wide leg. Kind of stretch there. As soon as you want to rest, the right foot's going to step to the left hand, and we're going to walk ourselves round into your wide leg fold. Just keep going with that though if you've got loads of energy in the side plank. Like, don't need to stay there too long. So we're going to have a go again at lifting the feet in the air into your handstand. This, if anyone has blocks, it is a lot easier if you're standing on blocks as well. Just make sure they feel stable, and you can have your feet on the blocks so you don't have to lift. You've got that little bit extra height that is help you bring the hips more over the shoulders as well. It is quite a bit of a stretch and intense on the wrists as well if you're leaning forward, so make sure there's no straining anywhere. So really pushing the floor away, lift up onto tiptoes, try and bring your body forward without bending or collapsing there. Really push down and you might find some lift. Don't worry if you don't. Land the feet, so 3 more. Really bracing. And then last one. Okay, ready to come to stand. Let's bend the knees, inhale. Breathe out, let's roll all the way up. And then roll the shoulders back and head up last, inhale. Okay, so you've got the right foot this time. So the right foot's going to turn to the side of the mat. The left foot's going to turn inwards. Remember, more intense if the feet are more split. It's easier if we're not. Just keep an eye on that front knee though if we go way past there. Okay, so as inhale, reach the hands out. And then exhale, we'll do one side angle. So the easy option, just bend the knee over the ankle. Right elbow onto knee this time, left arm reaches overhead. So we can stick with these if you want. Inhale back into warrior 2. Otherwise, let's go a little bit lower inside the right foot. So you might need to turn the foot inwards slightly. Exhale, then palms together into prayers. We're going to drop our hip towards the heel. This left foot then, you might want to use your hands to help you get the first position as well. And then inhale, we'll push into your right foot. Let's lift, ground that back foot down, and let's come back into warrior 2. Maybe readjust that leg there. So let's do another 3 more. Exhale, or 2 more. Let's start to sit inside the right leg. Or side angle like the first round. This is the last time doing this. Inhale, push down, cartwheel back up. And then last one then, exhale as we start to sit down. Push down, inhale as we lift back up. Inhale. Exhale, then we're going to walk around over our left foot this time, so walk our hands the other way. When they're facing that way, step backwards into your downward facing dog. So it's 4 chaturangas. Inhale, lift and way forward into your plank or kneeling plank. Again, exhale, let's start to reach the chest forward, lower halfway. Inhale, push back up again. So again, exhale, let's lower halfway. Inhale, push up. So 2 more. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift. Last one, exhale, lower halfway. We can come straight into up dog if you know it. Otherwise, lie down, cobra, and tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale and lower. So we'll press back into your down dog. Inhale. Or inhale, plank, exhale, down dog. So as inhale, lift high onto tiptoes. So coming back to sit. Bend the knees, exhale, walk forward, hop any way to sit. And then just bring the legs through. If we're facing the other way, we can always spin round here. Okay, so as inhale, then reaching the hands in front. And then exhale, let's control ourselves back onto the floor. So we're pretty much almost finished. So we're going to do our pretty final stretch here, calming. So let's bring the soles of feet together so we can stay there. We can lift the knees and hold the feet for happy baby, or we might go for more of a wider leg position. So you can hold onto the sides of the feet, where it's comfortable, and just start to straighten the knees more and more and more, pressing the lower back down. And draw the shoulders down, lengthen your spine across the floor. Slow your breathing again, your heart rate. There is, if anyone does fancy another boost, we kind of did the compass arm balance, but firefly is always a nice one. We've really opened up and ready if anyone does fancy an arm balance. I'm not going to talk you through it today though, but if you do fancy that, feel free if you know it. Or crow. I'm just going to calm down otherwise. So either stay with any of these diamond shaped legs, happy baby, or this one, or we're going to lift up, lift our hips now into maybe shoulder stand or plow. So we can, first option would be, if we don't want to come up too far, we can put something underneath our hips, like a block, a pillow, and then just have our legs in the air. We can hold them, bend the knees, or if it's a lot of stretch, so we can elevate our hips a little bit using something. Otherwise we can use our hands to support our hips, push into the elbows, curl up, and a bit of momentum to roll the hips off the floor. You can keep the hips quite low, just walk the elbows in or shoulders under, and maybe stay in this position. Maybe take your time to bring the feet more and more behind you, and then the hips more over. If our hips are quite over and we want to lift the legs into shoulder stands, maybe one at a time or both, we can start to lift up and bringing the hips through. If there is something different as well, feel free to do whatever your body may want to do. And when you're ready to come down or relax, then we'll be back in Shavasana. So feel free to keep moving, like down where we started pretty much. So if you do want to lie, I'm thinking lying on a bolster with underneath my spine to finish. If you have a bolster and you fancy that, then that might be nice. If not, don't worry too much. You can just lie in Shavasana. That's good anyway. But if you have something you can put underneath the length of your spine, you can just open out over the bolster, so kind of open the chest, the shoulders, the front, so you can do that to finish. So just going to get comfortable though. Just relax the arms, the legs, face, eyes again. Just come back to counting our breaths. If there's a focus point though that you prefer to do, you can listen to sounds or maybe visualize or anything that works, and feel free to do what works for you. Otherwise we'll count our breaths down to 0, so aiming to use that to focus the mind, to help the minds from drifting or wandering, planning, analysing. So you can count 10 down to 0 like we started. And anytime your mind drifts off to a thought, just catch yourself what it's you're thinking. Notice what kind of thought it is. Is it even real, or are you making it up? And then just bring yourself back, rather than going too in depth though into the thing. Just come back to the counting. start to make little movements again. So deepening your breath, put your toes, touch your feet, wiggle. And we're going to roll over onto our right hand side, just give the knees a little hug by there. And then when you're ready to then, so no rush, you can just slowly come to start. And whenever you do come up, maybe take a stretch upwards or twist, side bend. And then exhale, we'll just bring our hands down in front. And thank you so much, everybody.